Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Cadillac Driven. We're back with another video. You guys, listen, we got a heavy topic to talk about today, and I want to know your honest opinion about the topic at hand. Can Cadillac become the #1 EV automaker in the business? Now, Cadillac has been here before. It's been decades after decades after decades. Cadillac kind of lost their way. I don't know what the heck Cadillac was going through, but it's been a very long time since Cadillac got serious about anything. Now, the last time that I seen Cadillac get serious about anything was with the Cadillac CT6. Then all of a sudden they scrapped it. Now, maybe they scrapped it simply because they were coming out with this EV called the Cadillac Lyriq, right? That could have been it. Of course, Cadillac has been taking features out of their cars, and now they broke down packages to charge for some of those features that are on cars now. Now Cadillac has the Lyriq, and you just can't depend on the Lyriq alone. It's just not going to do it, especially considering everything that's taking place with inflation and also with the interest rate going up as well. Many people that could afford cars, a lot of those people can't afford cars right now. All right, so we're going to get into this topic. Before we do, I just want to say thank you guys for the support on the channel. Thank you for getting me to where I am. Also, I want to thank you for all the comments in the comment section down below. I want to encourage you guys to keep them coming. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead. Let's get started with this video. All right, you all, let's go ahead. Let's get started. Now, we got some ways that we believe that Cadillac can be able to take the place of Tesla so far as wearing the crown. Now, we know that's not going to happen overnight. It's going to happen over time. All right, now, before we get started, the reason I got this on, right, is because it is hot outside. It's about 90 something degrees. I like the heat. Right now, I'm sitting in the shade. I got the windows down, the roof blown. I'm comfortable. So hopefully, this doesn't bother you. I just need to be comfortable out here in this heat. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead, let's get started. Now, there's a few ways I believe Cadillac can be able to get on top. It's not impossible. It is possible for Cadillac to take the crown. Now, remember, not overnight, over time. So I can't say how many years it's going to take, but before we can even talk about how much time it's going to take, we have to talk about the fact of the issue we have at hand, which is #1, and that's going to be our supply chain issue and also the chip shortage that is taking place, right? Take a look at the Cadillac Lyriq right now. The Cadillac Lyriq is coming out the gate with no Super Cruise, and it's not coming with the 360 screen recorder. It's not coming with it. There's a chip shortage. We still have an issue with the chips. Now, I thought Cadillac had all of this ironed out. I didn't think they would have a chip problem so far as the Lyriq is concerned, but evidently they do because now we have another feature that's being taken out of the Cadillac Lyriq. So keep that in mind when you get your Cadillac Lyriq. Those things will not be in there. They will send out an update to activate those functions that are not working right now. So if we can't get the market back on track, there's nowhere in the world GM and or Cadillac can grab some of the market share that they so rightfully deserve with the product that they brought to the table. Now, we know Tesla has been on top for a very long time. Tesla has definitely built a brand. They have done a beautiful job at establishing what they have. When I look at Tesla, I see Apple, right? It's a prestige thing, right? You got a Tesla, you are somebody. You got an Apple phone, you are somebody. So people are going to buy Tesla. So Cadillac has to do more than just allow the market to get back on track. We're going to talk about those things after this, but this is definitely vital to Cadillac's building of taking some of the market share. Right now, Cadillac only has 6% of the market share. I believe Tesla right now is at 70% of the market share. I believe in 2021, they were at like 76 to 79% market share. They are the leading #1 EV automaker in the business right now, but they can be taken down. You got the Ford Mach-E is taking some of that. You got the EV6 that's taking some of that. You got the Hyundai Ioniq is taking some of that. There's a few of these EV car companies that are definitely doing a good job, and people are finding that there are some nicer cars at cheaper prices and they're buying into it. But Tesla is still the #1 brand. People see Tesla, they see prestige. Cadillac has definitely got to continue to bring a great product to the market. But first and foremost, we got to get the market on track. We got to get rid of the chip shortage issue and the supply chain demand before we can move forward with any of these companies. Tesla, they could be comfortable right now because they are #1. People are still buying their product. But GM and Cadillac, yes, They need this really, really bad. All right, you all, let's talk about number two. Number two is going to be design. Now, design is everything. People want something that looks good, people want something with quality material. And I think that GM has brought something to the market that's definitely going to rival Tesla and other EV automakers as well, like Kia and also Hyundai. We talk about Ford with the Ford Mach-E. Listen, I think GM has a lineup ready for those behinds. Now, here's the thing. They got to bring more than just design, right? There's some other things that they must do because they got to consider that, listen, Tesla been at this for a very long time. When people buy a Tesla, they buying status. People believe that they are somebody when they're riding around in a Tesla, in spite of the fact that I think Tesla is the ugliest car on the planet. But a lot of people like this car. People see this car as a beautiful luxury car, right? Same thing with the Ford Mach-E. But I'm going to tell you this right now, whether you want to accept the truth or not. The Cadillac Lyriq is the best looking EV car on the planet when we talk about exterior. And they definitely bring a fight to the table with BMW and also Mercedes Benz and also Audi when we talk about the interior. Cadillac definitely is the automaker to be reckoned with right now, so far as design is concerned. They brought a good product to the table, but they cannot depend on the Cadillac Lyriq alone. Now, you got two more products that Cadillac is bringing to the table where I think they can bring a great fight to the table so far as EV is concerned to take some of the market shares that they don't have right now. Right, GM has a long way to go, but I think they brought some product to the table behind the Lyriq, right? That's going to be able to rival what Tesla has in their lineup. Now we got the Equinox. The Equinox looks absolutely awesome. Now we don't really get a good look at what the interior could possibly be, but when we talk about the design of the exterior, I thought they did a really good job. I think they're bringing a great product to the table so far as the overall outside design is concerned of that particular car. I'm looking forward to seeing the prototype in person to be able to take a great look at the interior and seeing what they're bringing also to the table. Now, we talk about another product that they're bringing to the table that I just found out about, which is going to be the Blazer SS. Yes. Now, these two cars, I believe, are coming out in 2024. Regardless, hopefully the market has evened out. Everything has gotten ironed out. When these two products come to the table, I think Tesla and other EV automakers are going to be in trouble because that Blazer looks absolutely awesome. Again, another product where we have not seen the interior, but the exterior design is definitely on point. It has a sporty look. It definitely has the look of an EV, but the design is definitely unique. The design is definitely one that's going to be eye-catching. Both products, right? So I think Tesla is going to get a run for their money. And when I say a run, I think they're going to get a good run. But there's some other things that Cadillac must do to follow up behind that, because bringing about a good design and not really setting up how the charging infrastructure is going to be, along with some other things, Cadillac can still be in trouble with rivaling automakers like, of course, Tesla and or Ford with the Ford Mach-E. All right, you all, let's talk about number three. Now, I need for you all to hit me in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on this, because this one is about competitive pricing. Now, remember when the Cadillac Lyriq had got introduced, when we finally got to a place of finding out how much this car was going to cost, and it was supposed to be 59,000 and some change, which was competitive to what the Model Y was and the Model X. And then Cadillac turned around, getting close to allowing us to pre-order. Then they raised the price up $3,000. I think this can make or break Cadillac and GM as a whole with their pricing. If you're going to make it competitive, you got to make it competitive. You got to make it possible for people to buy, especially in these days right now. The interest rate went up. 0.75%. Now, right now, there's a lot of people that's not going to be able to afford the Cadillac Lyriq, especially with its price point. And so if you keep going up on the price, a lot of people aren't going to buy that car. Tesla is another story. Tesla built a brand. When people look at electric vehicles, they see Tesla. People don't like Cadillac's uh, selling model. Now, let's say Cadillac went the route that Tesla did, then I think that would be a different story. I think that they would be able to take some of the consumers or the customers from Tesla, but without it, no, they have a run for their money. And I think being competitive so far as pricing is concerned is one of the things that can push them forward into grabbing a lot of this market share and possibly rising to the top to become number one. But if they're going to put their price right at where Tesla has theirs, then I think that it's going to be a problem, right? Again, you got to consider the market. You got to consider where we are so far as our interest rate is concerned and the affordability of these cars. And can people afford to buy a car at $65,000, $67,000 in this day and time? It was a lot different post pandemic. Right now, a lot of people don't have money. People are about to lose their jobs. And I think GM needs to think about this when they're talking about competitive pricing is concerned. But I want to know from you guys, what do you all think? Do you think Cadillac can still make it to rise to the top with pricing exactly the same as Tesla? Hit me in the comment section down below. I would like to know your thoughts. All right, you all, let's talk about number four. And number four is important, right? As important as all the other three in front of it. And this is going to be range anxiety and also the DC fast charging infrastructure. But let's talk about range. Now, I think that Cadillac should work at coming up with at least 300 plus miles of range. We got, of course, the BMW i4 has almost 400 miles of range. I think 400 to 350 is a sweet spot when we talk about range and dealing with range anxiety. Right now, we got the Cadillac Lyriq at 312 miles of range, and then we don't even know what the all-wheel drive is going to be. I'm going to guess that it's going to be anywhere between 280 and 287, in spite of the fact that that car is going to have 20-inch wheels. I think both cars should have been over 300 miles of range. I think that would have been a sweet spot for customers to say, hey, I think this just might be enough range for me for my first EV car. Now, it's not to say people aren't going to buy it, but people out there are concerned with range, especially when you're talking about doing road trips. Now, talking about road trips, we got to take a look at the infrastructure too with EVgo and Electrified America, which Cadillac is partnered with. There's some issues with some of these DC fast charging as well, and we have to consider them. I know sometimes people are being sent to the wrong place so far as the DC fast charging is concerned with EVgo and Electrified America, and arriving at these stations, and these stations do not work. You may have 12, but two only works, and that's not a good look when you're traveling over the road and this was your stop to fill up at, let's say, maybe 10 miles of range, and then now how far do you have to go to get to the next one before you're stranded? So I think these things are important to iron out. I think Cadillac needs to invest more money in the infrastructure for the DC fast charging as well before people really gravitate and start buying into their product. Right now, people are used to buying Tesla. Regardless of the range, they're going to buy it anyway. Remember, it's all about status with Tesla and Apple. So Cadillac is yet to make their niche in the market yet. So it's going to take them some time before they get there. People already like the product that GM is bringing to the table so far as the Cadillac Lyriq is concerned. And we're looking at the Equinox that's going to come. I hope that has good range as well. The design looks great. Same thing for the Chevy Blazer SS. That one should come with at least 300 to 300 plus miles of range. More than likely, it won't, but if they want their sales to go up, I think they have to do all four of these things in order to have a consistent rise and moving to the top and becoming the #1 EV automaker in the business. Now, hit me in the comment section down below because I really would like to know your thoughts. What do you think it will take for Cadillac to start rising to becoming the #1 EV automaker in the business? All right, you all, that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. If it was, please make sure you hit that like button, smash that notification bell. And if you really enjoyed this video, go ahead, donate to the channel, hit the thanks button up under the video. I would greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, I'll see you all at the next one. Take care.